we're starting in Photoshop. I know it's a rough day already. For example, if we have a spline point here and a spline point here, that just pretend that they're, you know, it is a straight line at the moment for all intents and purposes. The handles are equidistant and they're pointing in the direction of the other splines. Oh, I fucked it up already. Anyway, so consider this, right? A spline mesh. Consider like a U-shaped wall segment for an interior like this. Spline mesh is going to stretch that like that, okay? So that's the spline mesh. If we had something like a mesh placement thing, there's a couple of things that it could do, right? So it could place the mesh equidistant between the two splines like this. It could place a mesh at each spline point like this. Or it could try and scale the mesh up to include both the spline points, making it, you know, far larger than it ever needed to be. So the reason we don't want to use spline mesh components is because spline mesh components have got performance drawbacks. And we're rendering considerably detailed, considerably large world. And so detail stuff like that, as many times as possible, we just want to use a shape as it is. Scaled, perhaps. Rotated, totally fine. Moved, totally fine. But the second you apply a spline to it, basically you're asking it to be its own thing. So every time you instantiate a spline mesh, it's a new mesh, right? Which is good for the purposes of having spline meshes in your editor, but it's bad for the purposes of creating instanced mesh draw calls. So I'm thinking eventually we have our tunnel here, our beautiful, beautiful ant tunnel. So I'm thinking we'll have this. It might actually even need to be a little bit bigger. I don't know how big this is. It seems like this could be actually quite small. But we'll make a set of tiles, a set of clip together tunnel tile blocks, I guess you'd call them. So that they'd be like a, maybe not necessarily a grid, but a set series of meshes that we don't need to have instanced with a spline. So today what we're going to be doing is completely unrelated to splines and meshes at all. We're going to be doing the player controller. The player controller and the player character and the player camera manager. So if we go to the player character Antonia, this is the one, I'm going to destroy all of the smooth camera movement stuff that we spent hours working on yesterday. Unfortunate as it may be, it was a lack of foresight that led me to believe that that was the way to do. But it's not the way to do. It was a smelly bum bum. So we don't need those. We don't need those. We do need these. And we do need these. And we don't need those. And we don't need those. We just need that. And this is left, right. So this is yaw. And we do need a clamp. And this is pitch. So we're clamping it so that when you look up, you can't look up and like behind yourself. And get yourself all point around. I think that's right. So it's local pitch and global yaw. I think that's also right. We'll find out in a second when it doesn't work. So if we just play the game now, we should have a cool camera controller, which is very cool and very camera. And we can move. It's a little bit sensitive because I've got the sensitivity set at a value of 100. Oh, we've got some complex collision going on there, which is why the game lagged. Don't worry, we will have no complex collision in the final game, because complex collision causes CPU stuff to. But yeah, that's the basic thing. I think the camera might Might need to be like closer, further away. So third-person cameras are cool, right? But mission accomplished. Third-person camera sensitivity. Let's just turn this down to like 1, which is going to be like, I think a typical CS:GO setting. Yeah, typical CS:GO setting. It's kind of smooth because we have the camera latency on. The boom has got a bit of a latency to it, which is good for the movement, but maybe not for the rotation. So I'm gonna see if I can axe the rotation lag. Use pawn control rotation. Is that gonna hurt? Is that gonna hurt? Not using the pawn control rotation. Oh, but you can also see that I'm gonna only use W to move. But you can see that we move in the positive direction of the camera's facing. So we always move towards where the camera's facing. Which I think is a smart choice. Not gonna lie. I think it's a smart choice. Always a smart choice. And, you know, the WSAD moves relative to where the camera is pointing. Which I think is... That's how games are meant to be, right? So you're running and then you move the camera and then you get your modulative movement with the bulby. The feet not touching the floor. They're close to touching the floor. They're close enough. And we just get the wheel off the edge there. Never speak of this. But yeah, that's basically what we want. We want to be able to control the ant from a third-person perspective, see the ant, see where the ant is. And next, I guess we just implement a jump feature. And again, like once this is out of the way, cleared up. Oh, we didn't actually test it to its maximum like capabilities. So yeah, it's not clamped. It says it's clamped, but it's not clamped apparently. I know why as well. It's because when you get up to here, it's interesting. How would that? Why would that not? It can't be adding enough to like tip it over to being minus instead of positive. So this would be 0, right? This is 0 rotation. And then we add 90 rotation, right? So we get to 90. And then we go over. It should just set it back to 90. Interesting. It just does not give a single care. Oh, it's I know the problem. The key is in the name. So we have add local rotation. Bat view. So we don't actually need to clamp the float. What we need to do is multiply it. Go back to Photoshop. So what was happening there is we were inputting a control value with the mouse, right? Going this way or this way. And this was going into being multiplied by the sensitivity. And then that value was getting clamped to a value between 90 and minus 90, which are the values which the rotation should be clamped at, right? But then we were getting the current rotation and then we were adding this to this and setting the new rotation from that. So what we're doing isn't actually clamping the value in the right place. What we need to do is clamp the value when the value is set, not when the value is produced. So we need to clamp the value here. Get local. Get relative rotation. Wait, what? Oh, we don't need this either. But if we get the... I think this will work. Mana is... Definitely not. Definitely no you. You're the handsome one. That's why you've got a face cam, Bolin, surely. Sure, most me? No. Couldn't be. How am I? I'm okay. I'm cleaning up yesterday's mess. Hello, Prime Codec. I've put this in the wrong place. This needs to come down here. Facecam is to be trustworthy because science is inherently hard to trust. I'm not sure how far I can agree with that, but okay. Alright. I thought it was just eye candy for the stream. Also, Balint, that's right. Balint is here. Codec is here. Reno is here. I'm here. Oh, we have a new follower as well. Someone followed me, I don't know, offline 9 hours ago. They got the gift sub to me. They got one of the gift subs. Lita, on the other hand. Hey now. Hey. Whoa. We have to say Sona13773 channel follow. 감사합니다. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it here. I don't speak any Korean, I'm sorry. So if you come in here speaking Korean, I will have to mod you. But I'm sure it'll be cool. Let me add you to the overlay. If anyone else in chat speaks Korean, not to sound creepy, but you agree with Berlin. I mean, who doesn't agree with Berlin, except from the fact that, you know, he is obviously handsome. What does it mean to add to overlay? So I have this overlay here. You may have seen it. You may have seen this overlay. It's on the stream. So right now it's fuchsia because it's a pink screen, right? So it's chroma keying. But you see it pops up. It says I will open booster pack and 4 followers. It says I will open collected booster pack every subscriber, which I don't have a sold out button on it yet. But that is sold out, and I have sold out of tier 2 sub Dorado packs as well. And then it has this, which is that a call out for Science Stream's Twitch channel? Anyway, it's a video game basically, and it just sits there in the background, taking up my CPU and GPU resources. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I felt really bad when Claire asked for it. She said she wanted that, but does that mean if someone is added to it? But so it has a counter there, right? So I will open a boost back in 3 followers. It was 4 before, right? So I can press, I don't know what these are, num 7 or num 9. I don't have a numpad, but like I can add them to the overlay, like as the counter of the follower, because it's not a smart program. It's not integrated to Twitch. I'm a baby and I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I mean, theoretically yes, but greater than 90, less than minus 90, less than minus 90. No. Oh no, it's more complicated than this. It's more complicated than this. I'm physically adding names to a list. No. I'm just adding a tally. It's nothing quite so sophisticated as making a note of people's names, writing down their addresses, hunting them down at night, giving them presents. None of that. Manually do everything, British technology. Exactly. That's why this country's so fucked. Have you seen? Do you go to the British government web? Can I take another moment to complain about the British government's websites? Holy sh! Do you have our credit card? Yes, of course. That, I mean, how else did I buy all the Christmas presents for everyone this year? And Prime Codec's gonna say, if you think the British government websites are bad, you should see the government. Granted, it's a meme across the whole world that every single country's internal internet websites are bad. They don't have to be that way. I just don't get why they are bad. Like, oh, it boggles my mind. Like, they're basically set up to make you not want to interact with them, to a point at which you get fined by your government for not interacting with them. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, but you gotta do your taxes through the websites because that's the way you do taxes, and it's just, you go to do them and it's just like, yeah, we can't give you any guidance what to write in these boxes. We have no idea. And then you phone them up and then you have to wait on the phone for 4 hours, and then someone goes, oh yeah, no, we don't need a tax return from you this year, don't worry about it. Just let us know when you need to send us a new tax return. Like, if you go, like, if you're making like bare bank, mate, just, you know, let us know if you're making bank, but otherwise we don't care. And I had to do this like 3 years in a row. It's like I'm this close to just writing them being like, just unsubscribe me, bro. It's too much. Anyway, we need to go back to Paint, because I mean Photoshop, because you know, you can do that. And the music they make you listen to when on hold, oh my god, it's burned into my mind, trust me. So we have control in times by sense. And we have our threshold value, right? So if this plus this is greater than 90, if it's less than minus 90, set to 90, set to minus 90, otherwise add this. That's what we need to do. So let's do that. We don't need that, and this needs an add. Did I just do the same thing? Oops. So we don't need that at all. We just need that. So now, what's the easiest way? Oh, I need the spooky table. I need the spooky table stat. Spooky Boolean logic diagram. There it is. So we want XNOR. We want XNOR. No, we don't want XNOR. We want so if it is greater than 90, or they're mutually exclusive statements, aren't they? So we just need an or, really. Or a nor. What's the chances that we're going to hit the top of the rotation? What's the chances? %36. So that's 18% chance top, 18% chance bottom. That's fair. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. You found a thing? I found a thing. So if neither of those true, but if one of those, but if one of those, but if one of those, spaghetti. I'm so handsome. No, no, no. Quote at I'm the best. I mean, I am the best. No questions. Actually, no, I gotta take it back. Oh, I didn't follow their Twitch. I still haven't followed their Twitch. I am scum. Wait, no, I did follow their Twitch. We have to give them a shout out though. I swear I followed their Twitch. I recognize their glyph. Where is it? Show more. That is just their name, okay. Botster. I would say I'm the best. However, I have actually been interceded by Unreal Engine developer Botster. Oh, fuck. The mastermind behind Bloodborne PSX and Bloodborne PSX Cart. What the fuck am I doing here? Somebody tell me. There's a faster way of doing this. There's a faster way of doing this. There's a faster way of doing this, surely. One of these is sign. One of these shows sign. One of these does sign. They both do sign. But the one that how do you sign? You just take one and switch on int, switch on bool? Switch on, I don't want to use the switch statement though. Because if one is true, the other one can't be true. Let's just take this gently, theoretically, from a deep perspective, okay? If one of these is true, the other one has to be false. Categorically. If it is greater than 90, it cannot be less than minus 90. That's a fact. I mean, it's not strictly. It is. It is a fact. Because even if you looped round the entire precision of a float, it wouldn't be greater than 90 if it was minus 2 billion. it would be less than minus 90. So only one of these, only one of these can be true at any one time, which means we don't need to go around the houses checking which one is true. We just need to check if one of them is false, and then use that. Is that a select node? I think that's a select node. I think that's select. So our index is going to be a Boolean, which is fine. And then we don't need any of that. Bop. Bop. So we just select that, and then the return value is going to be a float, obviously. Set local road. So if it is not greater than 90, minus 19. If it is not, if it is greater than 90, 90. 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Beautiful code. Elegant solution. Missed out on a whole bunch of beautiful Boolean logic. Do you call it Boolean logic or Boolean arithmetic at that point? Anyway, this should now clamp our rotation to the top and the bottom of our rotation axes. And it does do, I would love it if it was just updating the pitch, sorry. Because there will be a double update now when you move sideways and also hit that threshold. But it's fine. You see, it only took us a few minutes to sort that one out. Berlin, look. Berlin, look. She moves. She wander. She does not turn. That's fine, though. She moves. But not correctly? What? What do you mean not correctly? This is so correct right now, Berlin. I don't know what you're talking about. She moves with a mysterious graze. Oh, is that how she walks in game? You're just straight up T-posing? That's just going to be the animation thing. So, we're working hard on getting the animations animated. Oh no! Abort! Abort! We're working hard on getting the animations animated, but like the direction Antonia is facing is entirely regardless of what we're doing. I feel like you're not as impressed as I thought you were going to be with this. Several minutes work here. How dare you? Moonwalking. Anyway, there's some weird collision going on here. You're impressed? You're so... Oh, that's right. That's fine. My efforts were not in vain. That tunnel is... Oh, the tunnel's maybe wide enough. Maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. Maybe we can have varying sizes of tunnels based on what they're doing. You know. Highway tunnels. Small country path tunnels. But yeah, I just wanted to get like a character. A player character, a player controller, and a player camera manager set up so that, you know, it looks like you know, so I don't feel like I've just fiddled around with the 3D assets for a long time and not like made a game. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. It was stressing me out. It was stressing me out that there was kind of no semblance of being able to be immersed in the environment. Barely even, you know, an environment. Ooh, that's not correct. Okay. Barely an environment to be immersed in, etc. But now we have a little bean to walk around as. It's better. You know, we can just walk around as the bean. The bean. Well, we could walk around as the bean if there weren't huge colliders that we can't see. Oh, but we can move that to-do now on the Trello from the to-do to the done because the camera is now. Oh. Ooh. Movement. Movement is scaled by how forwards the camera is looking. So if you are looking at the very top of Antonia's head, she will not move forwards or backwards. Ah, bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? I forgot that was coming until it happened. And then I remembered brutally that we have to actually extrapolate the X and Y top-down whatchamacallits. You know what I mean, right? This is actually going to get extra complicated when we add the flying mechanics. So it'll have to be a whole separate set of controls for flying. Surely. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's fine. But actually we don't need chase camera arrow forward vector because that's illegal. We actually need to get the. It's mostly right. It's mostly right, but it's actually wrong. You know what I mean? Ooh. Do we get it from the chase camera arrow, or do we get it from the boomer? Let's put it to the test. Print string. So now we're going to find out what happens to the. Okay. So there are some things that we can do to safeguard ourselves against these things. Black Demon. Why we look up an ant's butt? Well, Black Demon, I'm glad you asked. We're doing some stuff. We're fixing some camera, and I've realized that this is going to print out arrow for both of them. This is bridge. I did not need bridge, but thank you. They have roughly the same yowl right now. You can see that. So now that we've clamped the values below 90, the yaws are going to be consistent either way. The arrow's got some lag to it because of the boom. The boom moves instantly though, which is crazy. You see that? So yeah, hitting that 90-degree spot was a bad idea, and now it's indistinguishable, but you can't look directly up. I don't think there are very few games where you can actually look directly up or behind yourself. VR games mostly, so let's ignore those. So now that we have that, it's perfect because that we can just get the chase camera arrow. We can get the yaw rotation, and then we can make a vector. Make vector from axis and angle. Rotator from axis and angle. No, make control value from vector. People don't look up anyway. True. Oh, Black Demon Dragon, you won the giveaway. Congratulations. I'll contact you later. Oh, Berlin, you won the giveaway. I would contact you, but I haven't sent the other one out, so I'll just put it in that pack. Not unless they see a shadow go over. Do you know cloud shadows are the weirdest thing, aren't they? Have you ever seen like the edge of a cloud shadow, like close up? It's crazy. My tea is cold. So what we need to do is we need to make an XY vector from the rotation, right? So rotate vector. So the forward vector is x1, and the resultant vector is going to be rotated by split. You won something people love. Yes, right. Chase camera arrow. Get world rotation. Split. Yo. So not that. Not that. Ooh. Ooh, right, yeah, of course. So there's a forward vector and there's a right vector. So we actually need the right vector as well. But that's also fine because that's just y1. The up vector obviously is z1. But now we can just use these. We can just slide those in there nicely. Apparently not. Okay. But yeah. So we were going to rotate and manually input forward vector and right vector. Are they global right vectors? World direction. I get the feeling this isn't going to work. I get the feeling this is going to be a smelly poo-poo. Oh no, it works perfectly. Who would have guessed? And look at that, you move at full speed no matter what angle the camera is at. I think we could have probably done the same thing with a normalize command, actually. So, oops. Oh, no, we couldn't, because the... But yeah, there we go, GG. Fixed all of the problems in record-breaking time. What was that? 40 minutes. 40 minutes and we fixed all of the camera problems. Some people may not be aware of the differences in ants within a colony, and this should be raised in-game ASAP. Hey! Berlin, did you know that some people might not even know that there are actually different ants inside an ant colony? Did you know? Did you know that people did not know? I'm not going to say I did canvassing. Someone just came in and said, there are different ants? And I was like, what? We can learn together. Floor controls. Change cover. I'm going to change that to a light green for in progress. The sea foam of progress. Dining throne room. Have we finished that? Like, I'm going to change the cover to, like, yellow. Because the only thing left to do is, like, the, only one ant in a colony must be so lonely. No. Ooh. Throne roses, mini candle roses. Uh-oh. Balint, don't look. Balint, don't look. Where'd they go? Oh, okay. They've gone. Fantastic. Let's just slow this camera down a little bit. Oh, it has no bottom. Interesting. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we... Why is the chair asymmetrical? This? It's just how it was made. I don't know what you want from me, man. Are you talking about the infill? The leafies? It's because they're the same on both sides, so there's no point in having a second copy of them. It's not hard for us humble people to understand the logic of the carpenter ants. True. What is this? What is... Alright, okay. Very inners. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. All of the different sides of the faces of the sides of the are two-sided. Like there are two pieces to each one of these pieces. Okay. It's totally fun. Where can you even see that from? Yes. Game content, science, meshes, throne and dining. New folder. Rose pieces. And modeling mode. Oh, there we go. that's more like it. Mesh merge. White powder all over your shirt. So much rice flour. You have rice flour, Reno? Oh my god. Rose PC. It's on the ice cream mochi. Oh. Have an ice cream for breakfast. A. YOLO. Mesh merge. SM. Rose P. What are we on? D? You're an adult, it's allowed? Absolutely. What is that? Flower. That's right. Is that it? Is that all the outsides? Oh, hold on. There's a thingy going on here. There's not a thingy going on here? What's going on here? There is a thingy going on here. It's slurping into that. It's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. I can deal with it. Interesting. There's nothing in between those two things. It could be beneficial to us to add a capsule in there. Maybe trim out some of the geometry that's going in. Get it well and truly slurped into the slurpages. Ah! Sorry. Undo clicking elements. Yes, thank you. Mesh merge. Rose socket, for want of a better name. Mesh merge sounds like a new game app where you merge game devs to create better games. What? Let's move that pivot. Play a lot of merge games. Ah, poopy. Apparently I missed something. Huh? What? Ah. Blackfoot Titan? Ugh. Blackfoot Titan? Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for the raid, Blackboy Titan. How goes game development? Yes, it does go. If you're not following Blackboy Titan and you just came in on the raid, there are no... Anyway, getting game devs going. Okay, how was your stream? What were you streaming? How were you streaming? I'm not streaming right now, I'm just screaming. Mesh merge. SM Rose P Loose A. Help. Couple of new mechanics added. Oh, you're doing on the project. You have a release trailer coming up? I read that you had a release trailer coming up. Aiming to post a trailer on Saturday. Nice. See, the sad thing is... Oh, it's the inside of those two there. Right, okay. It's this and this. And this. Mesh merge last input object rows PF delete inputs. Excellent. Steam and itch page are ready for it. Releasing on itch. Very interesting. That's most of a rose. I'd say that's enough of the rose. I don't know what all this is. I genuinely worry about this stuff. That's obviously an edge. But yeah, if you want to share the itch page, the Steam page in the chat, go for it. It's, if I'm not very much mistaken, 2D side-scrolling, action, platformer, horror game. Not published yet, but they are there. Everybody, watch out. Watch out, everybody. Watch out for the pages to be published. I demand it. That's close enough. I don't know what this is. I don't know why Unreal Engine decides to do this just on occasion. It's just like, nah, I'm gonna just randomly move backwards. Just gonna randomly drift the camera in a random direction, randomly. So it's my understanding that all the roses are basically exactly the same. So we're going to use this to prune the game files of all the roses except for one. And this is the one that I've chosen to work on. It looks like there's still a face not selected here, but... I'm going to go crazy trying to look for stuff that isn't there. Anyway, yeah, 24,000 verts for a prop rose is maybe a little bit too much. So the camera guy has ADHD, he gets distracted. You get that weird drifting when you have your old controller plugged in. The analog sticks are a bit. So I don't have any controllers plugged in right now. I would understand it fully if I had a controller plugged in, you know. Oh, I do have the I got the Bluetooth adapter for my controller, which does do the handling for the X input. That it might be that, but I don't wanna like put blame on it because it's a very handy dandy. Is it a Mad Catz? Is it a Mad Catz? Now, if I were to go now and just If I were to jacket it. No. Voxel wrap. Very old Xbox controller. You just bought a new one. Ooh, that's pretty gnarly. Looks like something nibbled on the pedals, eh? See, I have a problem with this. This step specifically is going to ruin all the UVs. So I might actually want to unmerge the stem part from it, because the stem is obviously going to be green and the flowers is going to be petal colored, and the petals can probably be procedurally shaded using, you know, distance from origin. Anyway, I'm not a massive fan of the voxel remeshing in this. Like, it works for some things, but for stuff like this, I don't know. Has that Venus flytrap look about it now. Damn. That's a real danger, though. Am I chugging? Is my face... Oh, boy. Or a fern. It's really trippy. It's like a normal amount of trippiness. It's done really well on the inside. Like, this has preserved this shape very well. It's only 5 PM and the sun's gone. Man. Gets me every year, man. This winter thing, man. Oh! I thought I'd lost my Steel Battalion controller there for a second. It's here. UK Winters, sad face. Right. You don't miss them. Alright. I see how it is. You don't like the snow. The Christmassy feeling. Reno also does not miss UK winters. Sun at this time of the year, you just get rain clouds. Snow is fun for like a couple of days, then it turns to slush. Hey. Oh my god. What has happened here? What have you done to my beautiful boy? This is not what we wanted, I don't think. Always wet snow in your town. What if we just simplify? What if we just go to simplify, huh? UE standard, because it's way better than QEM. Percentage. 12. 12 percentage. More than 12 percentages, apparently. It's a beautiful rose. Thick. The thick rose. 251% simplification. Oops. It does really well with the outside ones, but the inside ones, it just completely destroys. Yeah, I'll take that back. That's flattened them down to a single plane, though. That's interesting. Target triangle count. Smoothing type. Shape preserving? I don't know. Smoothing rate, 0.25. Triangle count. I don't know, like 200? Show me what you got. You can't, you physically can't, you can't do that. Okay. Is it just me, or is Remesh, like, being a lot friendlier with, quads today? Normally, Remesh will just punch a hole straight through the mesh. It'll just be like, yeah, see all these quads you spent years aligning? They don't exist anymore, bro. Remesh today is... You see this? This does not need to be so high detail. You know what I mean? If it even needs to exist at all... It didn't remesh anything at all. That is just the mesh as it stands. Did you know in nature the more symmetrical the petals are, the less fragrant the rose is? What? Seeing me having the tools properties in the lower right makes you feel stupid for always having it in the default spot. To make me feel stupid that no one can even see it when I'm here. That's the worst bit about it. There's no good place to put the tools section. Where does it go normally? Is it here? It's kind of a pain because I want the details to be here as well, but I want to see them both at the same time sometimes. It just doesn't work out. I have made a grave error. On the right of the toolbar, it's such a waste of space. Oh, yeah. Like right here. Yeah, that's probably why I moved it. This has its origin... Oh, right, okay. Yup. Yup. So the leafies we want to kind of preserve as their own leafies. But all of the roses can just be that rose now. You know what I mean? Oh god, no, don't. Please don't do this. Not the leafies. They're intertwined. Do you know what? Is this really the fastest way to do this? Nice to see someone else using the in-engine modeling tools, though. And I'm not just going crazy. Something's been selected down there at the bottom. Oh, God. You go 2D and just select them all. Oh no. I was about to just you know what? That's a great idea. I'm just gonna I will do that. We yeah. We will just do that. That is clearly the easiest. Gives Tally a gold star. 2 gold stars, Reno. Can I use the marquee select in 2D? In 3D? This is why I didn't do the 2D thing. Cause this thing's around it. Oh my goodness gracious, man. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Is there a inclusive exclusive dragging in this? Like if I click drag from the bottom, is it, no, there is not inclusive exclusive dragging. Fantastic. Fun. Okay, so we've done some of the work. Let's just get rootin' tootin' shootin' Cowboy McGraw. Oh no, not that one. That is a leaf. See, my problem is some of these holes, like, one-sided. I'll be fine, don't worry. My problem is having infinite space but cluttered for a small bean area. Yeah, probably. That is probably an accurate assumption of what I have been doing. Have infinite space. Right, so there are some things that we need to take care of before we do anything. So this, we'll fix that up, no problem. Second thing, rose leaf to rose stem can go into rose pieces. They do not need to be in this folder. And then we'll go back to rose pieces because we've got to... Oh no. Oh no. F in chat. Undo hole fill tool. Fucking. I've deleted the back face of one of these by accident. Good luck with that, yep. Huge GG's. If I just browse to the asset though, it should just be like the one before or the one after. That is a rose petal. There, that doesn't look any better. That is another rose petal. Tally Bacon, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it. Here, let me add you to the overlay. I almost didn't mess my lines up. Ah! I've been interrupted by my own overlay. Good. 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 Is there a similar looking leaf out there? Do we need all of the leaves? Can we survive maybe with just 1 or 2 leaves? I think we have 7 leaves. It's like we've got plenty of leaves. Rose leaf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 rose leaves. So we're probably going to be okay, even if we've accidentally... In fact, I think that's the same set of rose leaves that we already have. Okay, so let's delete all the leaves. It's just the stems that we'll keep. And I actually kind of want to keep the stem pieces as well, but I think we can just break them apart again because we used mesh merge. Mesh merge is absolute bay of a tool. So that one's done. It's rose stem A. That one's done. The leaves as well are also done. Now you get what I'm doing? I don't know that you do get what I'm doing, but I appreciate that you think that you know what I'm doing. That's enough. Time for you to shoot off. See you next time. Thank you for the raid again, Black Void Titan. Again, everyone check out Black Void Titan if you did not already check out Black Void Titan. Kit bashing a throne of thorns. I'm actually reverse kit bashing. Believe it or not, this is the beautiful asset provided by our wonderful 3D artist for the project. If I can find it. Science assets, dining throne room, tunnel 1, FBX, throne room, throne.fbx. This is what we were provided with. This is the source material, and even with the cool powerhouse that Nanite is, there are still going to be some performance drawback to rendering all this as a single thing, right? You know, it's... I mean, I know Windows 3D model viewer does it fine, but just picture this inside a video game environment. There's a lot of tries. There's 338,000 tries. There are 693,000 vertices. There are 3 materials assigned to it. Three draw calls. Yeehaw. Yeah. So we're trying to do as little as possible. We're taking a very beautiful holistic approach to reducing the draw strength of these things by, you know, approaching it gently, coaxing it with nanite, automatically creating the LODs, and then anything that's duplicated, any object in this which is printed more than once, the roses, half of the chair embroidery, etc., we clip out, we destroy it, and then we instance them as meshes separately from the throne. Should theoretically help the speed when it comes into view. Also collision, we will just straight up disable collision on it and just put a big old sphere collider on it or something. I don't know. So that's what I'm doing right now. And this is all the finished stuff. This is the stuff that I have clipped from its position and merged and fiddled with, and this is the stuff that's remaining. And you can see there's some stuff going on here. I don't know what these are. Are these thorns? I don't know what these are. They're gone. They never existed. So yeah, when we get the organized meshes, we put them in here, and then we can delete all of the thrown pieces thing here, which will save on the final download size of the game. Maybe not significantly, but enough that it makes me happy. So yeah, but what we're doing right now, we're just organizing these. I don't think we need any more leaves. I've come to the we'll save those 2 large ones because they're large, but I'm going to delete these 2 because we've already done the overlapping leaf thing, and I already spent like 15 minutes like manipulating the meshes. They don't need to exist anymore. We'll use the leaves that we already have resident in our leaf collection, don't worry. That one doesn't have a bottom anymore anyway, so that's fantastic. Yeah, so we'll save these 2, and then we'll skedaddle. H. This is going to be SM Rose Leaf I. Rose Leafy. Me instantly forgets where mesh merge is. SM Rose Leaf. The wondrous time sinks of being a solo dev, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, gotta do it, otherwise it doesn't get done. And if it doesn't get done, it will make it to the game. And if it doesn't make it to the game, I'm sure, 100% sure, Collaborator will be unhappy. I don't know what this is. Oh, they're rose bobs from the bottom of the stem. That's what I deleted. Interesting. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know what that is. What is that? There's just a weird mesh just hanging out there. We'll delete that as well. It's fine. We don't need it. Very well made tubes, though. I appreciate them. Like, they look good, but they aren't especially useful or performant. For now, we're just gonna merge them. What were these called? Rose stem A. It's a very beautiful mesh. Yeah. The problem with beautiful meshes is only Pixar are allowed to use them, so oops. I'll get this one as well. And then we've got all this stuff like this. Like all these little shards of mesh which haven't been fully incorporated somehow, which have been like just separated from the original mesh in Maya. I think they're using Maya to do the modeling. A true shame, but it is what it is. But the way they've put it together is really nice for making new modular branches. So I can't be angry at that. I physically cannot be angry at that. It's a whole bunch of just random mesh clutter, though. Does make me a little bit anxious. Like, how did it get there? What's it from? Where are the holes in the mesh now? I'm sure we'll find out when someone walks through the wall. What's this bit? Ah, we don't need this. Yeah, exactly. I don't like how it's appending a weird random signature to these. Like, it doesn't need them, dude. They're all totally... I name them. You'll find all the flaws minutes after release, yeah. Or I won't. People playing the game will. Hey, there's a hole through this rose plant. Oh, when I go into the throne room, my FPS dips to 4. That's the kind of thing that I'm expecting. Or did you running it on a nanite enabled system? Come on. You got an RTX graphics card? Did you enable DLSS? Running it on the Switch. And then I die. I die a death of shame. But it's early days yet. There's still plenty of time and space to fix all of the problems that we're making, I'm sure. See, I'm seeing that row stem C and row stem B are very similar to each other. They seem to just be rotated. And row stem D as well. No, that's got a little hooky on it. Never mind. That one's fine. Safe for now. Where it does this little hooky though. I can't remember. There are also hundreds of people waiting to alpha and beta test it. Hey now. Hey now. So theoretically, nothing on the left-hand side of our screen should get selected, selecting anything that's called SM Throne. But I have the wildest worry that that's not going to be true. Everything should have been... Calm yourself. Everything should have been fully accounted for and moved over and named something different or merged or put into a new folder. So I'm expecting nothing to light up in orange on the left hand side. And yet, my watchful eye is ever ready to spot mistakes. Oh boy, this is a lot of meshes. Aha! So not that. Or that. Or that? Or that. There we go. So, browse the asset. They should all be in the same folder. This is going to cause Unreal Engine to crash now. Please. This is also going to cause Unreal Engine to crash. What doesn't cause Unreal Engine to crash? True. True woo woo. He wasn't even mad when the crash report crashed. It was like 10,000 meshes. 10,000 meshes and mesh references. And one of the things that causes Unreal Engine to crash most often is waiting for something to happen. Like, there's a process in the Unreal Engine. In fact, there's a process in Windows. It's not even an Unreal Engine thing. Which counts the seconds it takes to do something. And if it takes too long to do that thing, it just goes, you know what, we think it's crashed, so we're just going to stop. And it's very annoying when you're doing things which take a long time to complete. I don't believe I use any of these in the scene. It is worrying to me that they are still in the browser as things that we can see. It's annoying. It's annoying, but there's workarounds. You can go to the big friendly CMD, open up your registry, and then just change a bunch of values that you probably shouldn't be looking at, and then it stops doing it. But you run into other issues then, where your PC will remain active and refuse to close things. Windows is built entirely on ticket. Don't tempt them. As actions, select axis using this asset. No actors found. Delete. Poor laptop takes forever to do things when it gets mad. Closes everything. Yeah. I need a charger actually. I don't want to ask for really scummy things for Christmas because it's really awkward. Like when you ask for something for Christmas, you know, it's got to be something gifty. You know, how do I go to someone and be like, I want a 19-volt universal laptop power supply and 2 magazines for my Mac 11. People are going to look at me funny when I say stuff like that. These are things that I actually want, though. It's a BB gun. It's a BB gun. BB gun. Gas magazines. Please do not send me an actual Mac 11 magazine. I will have no use for it. You want a hippopotamus for Christmas? That's a hard sell, you know. It's a hard sell. I just want to be double sure that I'm not deleting anything I actually need. Because we all know what happens when you delete something that you actually need. Confused as ammo would probably be more valuable than the mags these days. Yes, the 6mm diameter plastic ball bearings. Yes. I mean, to be fair, with the ramping down of fossil fuel extraction, they probably will be very expensive very soon. But that's by the by. I already have a tub of like 1,000 or two. But yes, you are also correct. I live in a district of the world where owning a Mac 11 would be probably crime punishable with double death. You was thinking the wrong RS. Double death. Bake to render target. Bake all these meshes to a render target, please. Wait, are there any good Mac 11s these days? This is a good question. I don't know. I got mine a long time ago. Before lockdown. And it's pretty good. I like it. And it has the Ingram logo stamping on the back of it. It looks very legit. It does say ASGK on one side, but it is what it is. It's probably for the best. Double death. They drown you, revive you, and then shoot you in the head. Something like that. It's very similar. So I don't actually know what brand it is. I threw the paperwork away. And I had a look at the ones on, because I had a look just at the start of the stream to see if there were any. So if I could get like a link to something to send to the people who want to buy me Christmas presents. I can't help but notice that the floor has disappeared. You know, it took me a while to notice. You've been out of the hobby since like 2010. Yeah. Well, it's been fairly hard to you know, be into the hobby recently. You know, what with the ensuing, but it'd be nice to go out and have it. But I only have one magazine for the Mac 11, right? Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. You don't think to yourself, this is going to be a sensible thing to use on a field all the time. But you know what? It's really fun to use. Yeah, forgot about that. It's really fun to use, and it would be cool to have like just so okay. So I've seen these Michael Jordan micro rigs. Don't judge me. They've got Molly on the front. It's like a chest rig, but it's like 3 inches tall and 6 inches wide. It's the dumbest shit. But you could probably fit like 3 or 4 mags in it. It seems too dumb. Your hobby is to pester Claire. That is the most dangerous hobby. The most dangerous hobby. Boy, I should have written a script for this. Given the speed softers a run for their money. Ah, speed softers. No, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we don't use these anymore. Wow. Risk Taker 3. This is looking good so far. Right, okay. There we go. So we've cut it down to only the axes that we have in the scene. You don't know why there's a 3 on it? It's a good question. It is a very good question. So we've cut the throne down to just the pieces that we're using on the throne. We've merged the pieces of the throne. This actually, we have a building tools. We have a radial placement tools. How many positions are there? We'll start with 64. 48. This is working a lot better than it used to. What the hell? 32. The display is 25. Let's make that 23. 22. 20. 10. I don't know what's going on here. Feline Fancy. Now there's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Morecambe Raiders. Hold on. Oh my god. Call upon the god of outstanding, outrageous Odin, Orion, Onion Knight General of the Feline Brigade. Feline art comes the cat house raid, meow meow meow. Feline Fancy, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What were you streaming? How were you streaming it? And welcome Raiders. And thank you for the stream. Thank you for the raid. The raid stream. Stream raid. I guess it's only polite. Everyone go check out Feline Fancy. Apparently, I have already checked out Feline Fancy, but you possibly have not. Feline Fancy, you're gonna have to tell them. You're gonna have to tell them. I don't know why this isn't working, by the way. The display. Is meant to dictate how far apart they are, right? Oh, hold on. The hell? Why is it backwards? Oh my god. Forgot to save Lofts an hour of progression on Final Fantasy VIII. It was not pretty. That is rough. That is rough. Final Fantasy VIII is a very toxic game to play, especially if you lose your progress. So it's backwards, but why is it backwards? Why is there a default offset already? Excellent slam. I don't know what's going on here. That is the right one, though. Huh. Huh. Okay. Her jaw dropped when she realized stream came out her ears and it was not pretty. Oof. That is huge oofies. Let me just have a little peeky at the blueprint radial spline tool. Spawn the actors, event graph. Spawn the actors, delete the actors, is valid asset positions, branch, for loop, slice times, vec xy from your, times by the splay. Vec xy from your. Vec to xy from your, why? Times by the splay. It's a local relative transform, yeah. I know exactly why it's doing it. I know, yes. Hopefully short woods will not be the mainstay tomorrow. Ha 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 ha. Well, I'm sorry about that rough time. It's almost time for cuppa. Oh shit, it is. Yes, no. So the problem sorry, hold on. Let me do one thing at a time. Let me hold it. Thank you again, Feline Fancy, for the raid. Second thing. The problem with this is save has become a swear word. Love my VTuber character, by the way. Or thank you. I made most of it myself, and then I stole the clothes from Topshop. It's fine. The reason it's weird is because the original mesh that we're referencing has got a wild offset on its pivot. The offset is already at the center of the chair. It would be nice if there were like options for randomization, but as Rena has pointed out, it is extremely close to the time at which we do the cuppa. So if anyone is not familiar with Trackmania 2020, in a brief few moments I will be playing Trackmania 2020. Hey, look, a leaf. I'll then get moved over. Oh shit. Glad you could bring your friends over to say hi and show my incredible work some love. No, most of this work is Balint's incredible work, let's be real. And if my camera was fast enough to get over to this godforsaken room, I need a quick button to increase the camera speed like that. This is the showroom for the moment. This is the lighting and ambiance room that we're using at the moment for the screenshots. But yeah, I'm developing a video game with Balint and Lita Science Streams. Shh, that's not how you spell Science Streams. Science Streams. Bad ants, leafcutter ant colony, teaching people who are wanting to be taught by a video game about genetics, epigenetics, ants, and the index of refraction of glass. We've been working on some meshes. We've been working on the player controller. The player start has also been eradicated, so that's fantastic. But I'll give you a little. Give you a little taste a trumpet. Ignore the debug script that's printing out all of our yaw values, but you know, there's an ant there, there's an ant here. We walk around, we do the things. We didn't implement a jump today. I should probably do that soon, but that's it. I am, however, going to have to stop here because it's almost time for cuppa today, and I have run out of cuppa. So thank you everyone for coming to watch the development stream. If you came and watched the development stream, thank you Black Void Titan and Feline Fancy for the raids. And I will see you in a moment for the cup of the day.